Well, it's not the sunniest skies out there here in the Motegi prefecture, but we're still gonna have a great race nonetheless. Anyways, welcome everyone to round. Just wanted to double check if everything is right. Hang on. It's round 3 of the Hololive GT3 Japan series, the Zako series. We're here in Motegi for the Motegi 400. So anyways, we have the track map to take a look into. Of course, we have this very amazing track here in the Motegi province. We're looking for some great racing here in this 14-cornered circuit, a length at around 4.7 kilometers. Lap count for this race will be 42 laps for total race distance of 200 kilometers. This will be the same for the CO. We are talking lap time, we might see a 150 to 975, but I think we might have already seen a 151 to 150. It is a penultimate race of the 2024-25 season, which is a great sight to see here, because we're about to see the decider. We will see about to see the title decider in Suzuka. But as we have alluded earlier, Hololive GT3, as we know it, is set to end after this season. After declining participation from even the Hololive members in JP, which would mean that us racing in this series it's just not going to be more feasible unless things change. But there is an announcement coming up, so everyone should remain on their toes just to know what's going to be coming up later. Anyways, we have the CO series coming up tomorrow, but we have the Zako series coming up soon in this qualifying session. Anyways, we are going to also check on the championship standings here. There's only one driver change from Yongnam to Motegi, and that will be Yuki Aratoka in the Zako, replacing Alex Grant in the Lamy machine. Hopefully, Miko Salman are also up there in the top 3 in the championship. Shango Ichijo-Ririka, 4th, Altaro 5th, in what has got to be a massive breakthrough for him this season. Masaraido, Mikolev, Rohan, Goodwin, and Ripa make it the top 10. RMR, Kuzinski, Lexi Bowen, Hoshizona Rio, Damashnev, Kyle Gibbons, and Mama Cashew round out the remaining drivers on the grid. Anyways, my name is Mama Shazin Reza in the commentary booth, and we are going to already make our way into this qualifying session here. So apologies for the slight delay at the start. This is because of issues with the internet, but now that we have fixed it, we should have not much issues with this qualifying session here. Cars have been adjusted, especially for Team Lexus in the intervening period between Yongnam and Motegi. Lexus cars have been too not powerful, underpowered of sorts. There's currently efforts to bring themselves back on level terms with the other manufacturers. Is going to be the last 4 races of the Hololive GT3 Japan Series season as we know it. Few cars are on track. Shango on a massive high ever since he won in at Yongnam in the Zako series for Ichijo-Rika. He has been electrifying this season so far. Well, kind of, not really. He performed in most of the season. That's why he is in the Zako in the first place. He retired in Sepang. Alright, so we do have a few more cars making their runs here. Also looking at their debut for Yuki Aratoka, who is just about... Oh, we're gonna get herself out now. Making her debut for Yuki Aratoka in Hololive GT3. She was unfortunate to be involved in the pileup here from last week's race in Sugo in Holotype. She's ready to make things right, and she is going to be racing with her fellow Shishilami and Gen 5 teammate Kamen Riba. She had the best Lexus result in a while. But anyways, let's not backtrack ourselves too much, as we are going to focus on a lap here in Sportsline Zako. We're going to follow up Wabakashio. As you can see here, he is going to coming to the final set of corners here, to the final chicane. You have a great exit from the final corner. Start your flying lap. Great exit here could help you do you wonders here as you approach the first turn. Oh, a bit understeery into the first corner. Tries to slow the car down in mid part of the section here just to get a great exit off of turn 2. Another pretty decent lengthy back straight here into turns 3 and 4. Straight around the 100 meter board just to be safe here, and then exit from turn 3, go flat out into turn 4 for another flat out section here. 27.94 for Mohammed Cash here. That looks to be a very good result here. Downshift very hard here into a very tight corner. Actually, the first two corners actually just one corner. So the previous corner was turn 4, then into turn 5, and into the next section turn 6 and 7, 46, 7, 9. Hook up the car very well. I'm not sure why this thing has 4 seconds instead of 3. So it must be bikes. And into turn 9. Very tight section here. First gear. And decently like exit. So this track has a lot of tight corners here. So you gotta need to ace your braking and your exits here. And then like hit this corner, turn 10, one of the tightest corners in the circuit overall. And then you need to have a very great run here to make the run into the back straight here. And also there's a downhill part here that will make it difficult to brake here. 100 meter board into turn 11. And into the final set of corners. As we mentioned here, you gotta brake and turn at the same time as you approach turns 13 and 14, and then you get a great exit from the final corner. That's the lap here in Motegi. 152.813 for Cashew. Not bad so far. Lexi Bowen is about to complete her lap in her return to... but she is going to be one of the best Lexus cars out there. She is borrowing Michael Turner's outfit for some reason. Salman up into 3rd. Goodwin now in pole position. Fumi now goes up into pole. Lexus cars still continue to struggle. Still don't really get why. Because last time we did testing, the Lexus cars actually did very well, and that was in Catalunya. And now they're pretty much back from the rest of the field, which is still pretty much not healthy. Polka has done her lap, her first qualifying lap of Hololive GT3, and she is up there in 3rd. I think this is painfully obvious for everyone to see here of the struggles that the team Lexus cars have. There might be some drastic measures that might need to be taken. So, yeah. We are just going to check if there is something that we can do with these cars, at least to bring the Lexus cars back into shape. So we are most likely going to do an alternate approach to this race. We are going to run this qualifying session. Well, actually, no, we are not going to continue with this qualifying session. We are going to essentially reset this qualifying session. Apologies if we have to do this, but we need to make sure that the Lexus cars actually perform very well. But can only do this once. So we are just going to we are going to do only 5 minutes of qualifying this time to not waste a lot of time. Okay, we are going to skip this session again, get this thing away once again, and alright, so we're back in this qualifying session. Hopefully we actually removed a lot of weight on the Lexus cars to the point where it's a bit unrealistic, but we are trying to bring the Lexus cars back into contention. Alright, just wanted to check if there is something to know because I think that... Hang on. Internet is being very bad right now. I am currently pausing this qualifying session here to see if the internet is still pretty bad, but I think we are back in it because I'm currently downloading something. But yeah, we are going to go back into the session here. So apologies for the slight lag here. So we are going to go back into like 3 minutes and 30 seconds into this qualifying session. See how many more cars are making it out. Looks like everyone is going to be out. We are going to be focusing on actually no. Sorry. I don't why haven't we done this before? Anyways, so I had a lot of time here, so apologies if there's a lot of scuff. Again, it happens. Okay, so we are going to try again, see if we can get everything back into it. Although I really do want to finish this stream quickly because there is a commitment that I have to do after like 12 p.m. Japan time. Okay, so we are just going to get ourselves back in it once again. This time there's a helmet for Lexi Bowen. Check about Lexi Bowen, and yes, she does have her proper helmet down this time. Alright, so we are finally getting ourselves back on track. See how this reset qualifying session is going to work. If you look at the standings, well, if you look at the standings here in the Zako series so far, So, Yukara Toka is essentially taking over from Alex Grant, who has had a string of top 5 finishes. The most consistent out of anyone so far, which is why the Lamy number 63 Honda is up in the standing. Lexus cars are having a season to forget, but it is hoped that they are able to find some improvements. Still not a lot of cars out on track just yet. As we're about to see Chris Salman start his qualifying lap, and we'll see how the defending race winner in the CEO is gonna make his way. Let's see how he deals with this qualifying session. I'm just checking on how Salman is making his run. He's pretty tidy there in the first few sectors. 27.12. We are checking on this right now, and he is, yep, he is struggling. And now into the SGK 48584 on sector 2. The exit turn 9. Okay, so far, if you look at how he does in sector 3. He is coming across the line. See the ASCII driver in that ASCII Honda NSX. 129.017. Still finding a lot of time. The Hondas continue to find a lot of pace, and after the Regloss upset that we have, not exactly Regloss dominance that we saw last race in Yeongnam, we might see Honda take over with a 152.224 for Salman. Decent start for him so far. Damashev is also going to make his run, and it looks to me that he is going to be having a more competitive time. 151.370. Looks like the changes are working. Gibbons 151.5. Hofumi 157.98. So it is game on for all the 3 manufacturers here. Shango 153.342, but there is room for improvement on that Rurica number 66. Maserati, meanwhile, is going to cross the line. 151.759. Mama Cashew second. Goodwin third. Now, this is manufacturer parity at its finest. Kaczynski 151.472. Raymond Rosales about to cross the line, and it will be 151.293 for him. We're all looking at Alcantara, who is still farther away from the finish line, but he is looking pretty facey here. Already got his first podium in the Hololive GT3 and is only 6/10ths back after 3 sectors. Toka cannot replicate previous run. Oh, here's Tara looking a bit calm and collected there in the final corner. And now into the start-finish line. And Tara will be good enough for 6. It's a game-on thing for manufacturers. Now Fumi steps up to rise to the occasion. Cashew in second. Goodwin third. Jeff Rohan is going to cross the line. Hojisono Rio as well. Rohan 11th, Rio 12th. Lexi Bowen in 8th. Salman, might we see an improvement from him? No. Reba, meanwhile, goes to 11th. Mikolev 12th. No improvements from Toka. Damashev goes into the pits. Callum Gibbons, meanwhile. Oh, scratch that. Toka is going to finish, well, start no higher than 16th. Shango has already crossed the line, so she will stay 16th. Actually, no, I lied again. Shango might find some time to bring Toka down to the back of the field, and yes he does. Shango up to 14th. Maserati in 10th place in midfield, goes up to 6th. Cashew and Goodwin, Hunter and Hunted. Kaczynski goes up to 4th. And that should be it for qualifying, as there's only one car left to cross the line. And that should be it for qualifying. Hofumi sits on pole position. Now that out of the way, let's move on into the starting lineup here for the Motegi 400 Zako Series race. We have Hofumi on pole position for the Evergreen Tokino Sora. And then we got Tsunama Kawatami and Mama Cashew in 2nd place. Jake Goodwin 3rd for Wakami Mio. Ray Mark Rosales 4th for Sure I Know You Flair. Ryu Kaczynski 5th for Yusuke Choco. 6th place is Vasa Mashev for Akuro. 7th place is Maserati for Regloss as Todoroki Hajime. Alton Terra for Nikomata Okai with Lexi Bo at 9th. And Count Gibbons 10th for Noel and Roboco. Reba in 11th for Boltan. Mikolev 12th for Mikochi. Chris Salmon for Aski will start in 13th place. Shango 14th for Ririka. And then we got Jeff Rohan 15th for Toa. And then we got Hoshizano Rio 16th for Nakiri Ayame with Ricardo Toka. The debutant will start in 17th for Yukihano Lamy. An exciting race in prospect, as we now have the cars now lined up on the grid. We have Hofumi on pole position, ready to lead the field here in Motegi in this Motegi 400 Zako Series race. The lights are on. And we are go here in Motegi for 42 laps here. Hofumi, that's a very great launch from him, but not before Mama Cash had anything to say about it. The Lexus cars continue to have a great launch from the start here, as they now lead the field into turn. After the exit of turn 1, it's Muhammad Cashew now leading. Goodwin now beats Hofumi. And there's Raymond Rosales in 4th. Raji Kaczynski is down. Gets overtaken by Raymond Rosales, but not before he has anything to say about it. Has beaten Hofumi as well. Vlasa Damashev is also now making the chase as well, as he now goes up into 5th place. Bowen 6th, Rosales 7th, Gibbons 8th, Maserati drops down to 9th, and Taro 10th. Looks like Team Lexus is on a hunt for their first win, I believe, since 2024. And it looks to me that Shango has also gone back up to 15th, has been overtaken by Toka, who has had a very amazing start here. Tries to beat Shango, but Shango is going to not make it easy, and that's Jeff Rohan going off wide, but he manages to keep it on the track. The cars are currently on the charge here. Toka has been overtaken by pushing to the rear of the Lexus cars, while not being very quick in qualifying. He is making use of their amazing race pace. Red Bull's going to try to have a great exit off of Mikolev here on the exit of turn 10. As you can see here, the Lexus cars are found wanting in the back straight here. Very good in the corners, but just continue to get exposed in the corners. I mean, the straights. Salman almost being able to make that move. Reba now has to cover, and he manages this event for now. So we'll see how much advantage that the Lexus cars have. You can see here from the interval changes, they are looking very good from corner exit, as their acceleration is very great, and the limitless in the corners is something that these drivers need to watch out. But as you can see here, once they reach the straight here, they get exposed. The Hondas do have some good straight line speed, but most likely not going to be enough to cause a lot of trouble to the Team Lexus for now. But as you can see here, this is where they gain such an enormous amount of time Rio has overtaken Shango. This is for 14th place, only 2 points, will only 16 and 17 don't award points. So you gotta need to really put on the pressure here. Okay, here on this part, I can see Riba has already overtaken Mikolev. Will Mikolev make a dive on down the inside? The answer is going to be no. And yes, Riba is now up into 11th. Field now pretty much dispersed at the moment. Cashew is pulling away slightly from Goodwin as we are about to start lap 3. We will check onto the race field monitor and see who will be pitting first. Cashew again sets the fastest lap, but now before Ryan Kaczynski does it. 154.48 for the Choco driver, looking for his first win since 2022. Cashew looking for his first win for Sonomaki Watame. Watame looking for a first win since 2022. Goodwin as well, looking for his first win in aero competitions. Mio looking for her first in 2022. Same goes for Fubi. Both looking to end their barren spell that has gone on since 2022. Meanwhile, Lexi Bowen trying to make her chase against Damashnev. Now we get to see here Salman gets hassled by Rio. Might have a better car in the corners. Goodwin is catching. He only got Rio trying to make a move against Salman. He's already made a move. Or not making a move. We thought that there was going to be an overtake, but it was an overtake here. Rio is now up to 13th. Kaczynski is chasing Jake Goodwin. This is for second. First driver out of the CO. Considering as beaten by tiebreakers, Sarah was put up in favor. It's a decent run so far. Lexi Bowen is making chase as well against Vladislav Damashnev. He's still chasing Jay Goodwin. Jay Goodwin is still keeping Mohamed Cashew honest. Anyways, race will monitor. Looks like we might be seeing some early stoppers like Shango and Hoshizuna Rio. But for Mohamed Cashew, who is currently one of our contenders here for the 20, is gonna go for a mid-range pit stop as Gibbons and Tara has actually beat Masaraido at the exit of coming turns 2 and 3. Tara now goes up to 9th. One is going to be pitting in around lap 20 right, and you can see here Hoshizuna Rio has now beaten Isegai Jim Mikolev. This is a move down the inside. That's well executed by the Lexus RC-F. Jay Goodwin currently in second place, trying to chase Cashew is maintaining this 1.5 second gap. Damashnev still under pressure this time from Lexi Bowen, who is, I don't know if she's having a race for the line, but she is getting close though. Lexus cars are now finally seeing some performance here, but they felt wrong, kind of, because they're not. Because why have they not been this good this early in the season? They could have had lots of cars qualified for the CO. Now we got Lexi Bowen now down the inside against Damashnev, and the move is probably on. Lexi Bowen just needs a great exit. And it looks to me that she doesn't have that great exit just yet. Still trying to find a move down the inside. It's a little bit too far. Chemflummi, meanwhile, in 4th place, trying to try and find a way against Raijin Kaczynski, who is running in 3rd place. So right chasing Alcer General, and he is obviously making an effort to get himself closer and closer to top 5, but yeah, so yeah, he actually dominated the last race in Yongnan before he essentially got himself out of the race. So we are now seeing Masaraido trying to make amends with a performance here in Twin Motegi. Chemflummi, meanwhile, is looking for a move against Kaczynski to make it an Lexus, Honda, Nissan front top 3. He's getting close though. Cash is also losing pace against Jake Goodwin, who is absolutely chasing right now. And it's a great exit here from Goodwin as we are seeing the first driver coming to the pits. That's Chemflummi. Also, if you checked on the race mod, he's going to be the first one to go in, and yep, he has pitted too early and has underfueled himself at the start. So he will make multiple pit stops, and he will be down the order. He will be out of race winning contention. As Masaraido gets under pressure from Kamen Riba, who is making serious claim to get up there in points, which is going to be crazy because we will have a very competitive finale race in Suzuka at this rate, because Mama Cashew might go to 215. Toka, who is currently the new driver for Lamy, is currently down in 16th. Fumi is now down in last place. Crystal Salman is in 13th. Shango down in 16th now, as another move down the inside by Toka sends go out of the points. Alcantara in mid-pack. Kamne Reba in mid-pack. Masaraido in mid-pack. Mikolev also in mid-pack. Further down, Rohan is also down in 14th. Jake Goodwin also up there as well. So it's going to be Jake Goodwin who's going to be seizing this initiative to get this championship lead at this rate, as things stand. Holy smokes. Which is going to be insane to think about, all things considered, but we will check on to how things develop. Mamakashi has already pulled away from the rest of the field. Kaczynski, meanwhile, is, well, there. We'll see if there are any other team that's in cars ready to make a move here. Alcantara now chasing Callum Gibbons for position as he continues to struggle against Ray Mark Rosales. Kaczynski, meanwhile, still chasing Jay Goodwin, who is losing touch to Vantage. And here's Cal Gibbons already making a move against Ray Mark Rosales. Finally clearing him out. Well, we'll see if Rosales is able to catch. So we are just going to check if there is going to be any moves done by the Filipino driver. Modifying Alfred, so he is going to see. Oh, that's a great exit though from Raymond Rosales though, but will there be enough straight line? The answer is going to be no. Oh, and that's Callum Gibbons actually understeering, and that's going to open the door for Raymond Rosales to peel in down the inside, but I think he's made his move way too early. As you can see here, it's going going to be Gibbons now staying in 6th place. It's now Lexus cars inside top 5, 4 of them to be precise. Now chasing Jay Goodwin with Momakashi now pulling away from the rest of the field. Now on a serious chance to get at least 2nd, coming to the final race at Suzuka. Oh, that's coming in, but also now making a move down the inside against Masaraido once again, but Masaraido now defends. Opens the door for Hoshizuna to possibly make a move down the inside. And Rio now gets a very great exit here from turn 3. Will he be making a move down the inside? Looks like there might be one down the inside. He's diving it down the inside. He might have overcooked it, but I think he's covered it. But before Rimbaugh is going to try to go down the inside once again. But Ryu is at least a car length ahead, so he should be able to defend. Raja Kaczynski now on the defensive against Domashev, who is looking for a podium finish here for Aki Rosenthal. Good win now, chasing Momakashi once again. The pace is ebbing and flowing between these drivers. You absolutely can't tell what it's going to be. Well, the prospect right now. And that's Vladan Tomashev or Raja Kaczynski coming into the pits. I saw another driver coming to the pits. That's Lexi Bowen too. Oh, I fear that's going to be a bit too early for them to pit. And they are coming in, and unfortunately, yep, they have pitted way too early. Kaczynski as well. So they are at the back of the field as the grid shakes up a bit more. Tomashev now in 3rd, Gibbons in 4th. Raymar Rosales now chasing Calum Gibbons. Hoshizuna is now going to go down the inside against Masaraido this time. He's going to dive down the inside. Will there be contact between the two? The answer is going to be somewhat no, but he does force Masaraido off the track, and that will be Rio up in 7th place. Driver's being bunched up. He's going to do wonders for the top 5 finish. Sama had a pretty amazing run here in qualifying last time out, but he is going to play a victim of circumstances, as we saw in another battle here. Let's see Bowen now making a move against Chemflummi at the back of the field. They will have to pit again. Massive shame. Sean will fall out of the order this time. One time he is dominating, and the other time he isn't. Just think about actually. Cashew, meanwhile, is making his run into the final corner. Now to 1.6 seconds ahead of Jay Goodwin. And Taron Rivers also going down the inside between each other at turn 11. Gonzalez tries to defend against Tara Rouse's charge. And now Cameron Reba comes into the pits. I think it will be a similar song and dance to him. He does have a bit more fuel in, so that's that, but that still doesn't change the fact that he is going to be mired to the back of the field. Alright, so, and then we also got Raymar Rosales trying to chase Calum Gibbons here, as he tries to have a very good exit off of that corner. Turn 3, that is. Side at the S's, or maybe at turn 9. Oh, the trouble right now. Will Raymar Rosales have a response against Gibbons? Still nothing so far from the Ray Marcus. Okay, this time it's going to work as Sean Go gets overtaken by Lexi Bowen. Meanwhile, they are going to go toe to toe. Meanwhile, Rosales is going to think of a move down the inside, but he's just too far back. Bowen now up into 14th place. Let's go down. This lap, Cash at 151.0, the 151.6, the Mush at 151.3. That's Crystal Salman, or rather Jose Rio, not coming into the pits. Meanwhile, Maseraido is chasing, well, he was chasing Shudder, well, chasing the leader. Leaders are the leader, of course, chasing the win here. We'll see Raymar Rosales has a very great exit from this corner. Here that Lexus is very comfortable at that corner here. In this sense, really trying to find something. Horizontal Rio has pitted. Shango has pitted. He has pitted again. This time Fumi is going to do it again. Anyways, let's not factor ourselves way too much here as now Shango trying to see if he's able to get something out of this strategy. As look at Shango, he is going to be fueled until the end of this race. Raymar Rosales, meanwhile, is trying to make something happen against Callum Gibbons. You can see here Cash continues to set 152 and only at 151s, which is going to be a case of advantage. Cashew right now as he looks for his first win in the aero competitions. Cash, the Mashup, and Gibbons are the Lexus cars that are currently in it to win it. Bowen meanwhile chases Kaczynski, who are also under some kind of same strategy as him. Raymar Rosales continues to find a way against Callum Gibbons, but he's just very great in the corners and in acceleration. So Rosales doesn't have a lot of response. And Rosales now getting very close as we're now coming to the first quarter of this race. Well, the end of the first quarter of this race, by the way. Lap 12. And it's still a good win in pretty decent control here. Maseraido in 7, Tarao 6. Now chasing Jeff Rohan. Rohan now inside the top 10. Next week, Zako will come until maybe in the next 5 laps or so. And as far as the championship standings is concerned, it is between Cashew and Goodwin, who will now get into the battle between Toka, Hofumi, and Crystal Salman. Fumi is going to drop down the order, as he is going to be one of the French championship contenders now after this. Already making moves against Raymark Rosales, though. Didn't really make it difficult though from Tannerow, mostly because Raymark has actually understeered into the at around turn 9. Alexi Bowen now trying to see if she can make a move down the inside against Raja Kaczynski, and she is going to try. Forces Kaczynski off wide, but Kaczynski defends very well with that great exit though. Blocks Bowen in the most opportune area, so and that's Bowen already making a move down the inside. Though follows that up after a great exit from the final corner. Now is going to be leading here Kaczynski, but not before Kaczynski fights back. Was going into a not so comfortable position, and that was Kaczynski defending his position. Alright, there's developments here. Cal Gibbons now pulls away from Elson Taro somewhat, who now goes into the pits. So the time is 9 for actual pit stops to occur. But we are going to see how it will fare for the Okayo driver, who has already won 2 holotype races, already cementing himself as the greatest Nekomata Okayo driver the world's ever seen, and he is not going to go until the end of this race. This is going to be an interesting strategy of sorts. He will be a 2-stop strategy like some of the others, but unlike them, they are going to Antero is going to spread the strategy to 3 equally sized stints. $14 laps complete, and that's something, as Shango overtakes Hofumi. Hofumi has a pretty much roller coaster season so far, but Fumi is going to get some issues with Shango, but Shango fluffs that one up. Hofumi goes up into 16th. Trying to change a good run here. is going now. Rock brings himself back into Cashew. Alright, so a bit of an update. The Masham is still chasing Jay Goodwin. It's now 6 seconds between the two. Toka has now come into the pits. Looks like she will stay ahead of Antara of some sorts. Oh wait, never mind. She's not going to stay ahead. Antara is going to clear Toka. And as for the drivers who have already pitted once, Antara is only around 6 seconds behind Ripa. Toka is now gone out. Still ahead of Hofumi, and based on what I see from Toka, actually the first driver in the Honda camp to make a pit stop, Toka is going to go until the end of this race. So this is where it's going to go down. Alright, so Mikolev also making a pit stop here. Looks like he will go until the end of this race as well. Alright, so anyways, other developments here. Calvin Gibbons now up in the 4th place, still waiting for the Marshall to win and Cashy to make a pit stop. Hofumi is right here, and he is already lapped from the look of things, as he already made his second pit stop. Marzales, meanwhile, chasing Calvin Gibbons, who is currently being blocked by Hofumi. So Hofumi and Raymond Marzales were battling at the top, but with Fumi making yet another pit stop error and strategy error, this will mean that Fumi's now one lap down. Marzales is still on the lead lap, which shows you how much time you lose on pit stops. Still no gain for against the Team Lexus cars. And as Rosales now going into the pits, Damashev is going to do it as well. Kamine Reba is going to be a pretty solid of sorts benchmark, but Reba himself is going to be pitting in the next few laps or so anyway, so that's also him out. Damashnev exits in 7th place, just behind Raymond Rosales. Kamine Reba, meanwhile, is going to see if he can beat Raymond Rosales. Raymond Rosales is going to be going until almost the end of this race. Oddly enough, he gets beaten by Riba, but almost gets beaten by Tarao. Masarino, meanwhile, is chasing Calvin Gibbons. This is for 3rd place. Rido still on something against Callum Gibbons. Lexi Bowen still chasing Kaczynski. Tara against Raymond Gonzalez. This is the battles that we are going to take a look into right now. Let's see if there's any more to report right now, and there is a decent amount of things to report here as it stands. Rebel has now made his move into the pit stops again. The nearest rival should be Toka, but let's see how it develops right now. Reba has been beaten by Toka. Lexi Bowen is about to make her way into the first corner. Reba has just exited. Looks like they will be beaten by both. Good win, Cashew. Cashew is now blocked by lap cars, which is pretty much disturbance here, as Cashew is going to lose some time though against Jay Goodwin, as he really kind of exercises options in the corners as well as he does in clean air. Good win racing for Camille, looking for Meals' his first win since 2022. Cashew looking for Otami, his first win since 2022, as he now clears Shango no problem. Social Salman has now made his move into the pit lane. Ferrari Rosales, Alson Tanner are already making their way into the start-finish line, and still gonna need to progress as it is right now. Salman has been overtaken by Antanaro and Raymond Rosales. Toga, meanwhile, is chasing. Salman has not made his exit just yet. It's going to be a very long pit stop, and he will exit just ahead of Raji Kaczynski. Not the most ideal strategy, but we still have drivers who have yet to make a pit stop. Russell Rido, Jeff Rohan being the driver that Salman is targeting right now. His aim right now is to limit the damage that he is currently facing. And he's not really the fastest car right now in this session so far, but we are just going to Cashew now comes into the pits as one of the leaders have as the leader has made his way into the pits. It's now Jake Goodwin's is not all is on Jake Goodwin's court to see if he's able to stay ahead against his rival. We'll see how it goes from here. As Cashew is also has clean air, which is gonna play at his advantage. Cashew still in fourth place. Jay Goodwin is now coming to the pits, so we will see how it goes from here. We will be focusing on more Cashew this time. And it is almost going to be confirmed here as Cashew now exits the final corner. Jay Goodwin is now going to exit. Mama Cashew should have no problems on taking this race lead away. But here's the advantage that Cashew may not have, is that he has tire life and he has fresher tires. So that might be used to his advantage. Callum Gibbons now leads this Motegi 400 Zako Series race. Still a lot to play for here. If anyone is here in the stream here, please do tell us about your thoughts in the comments, as we are continuing to keep this race alive. Well, the race hasn't concluded yet, and we are going to try our best to conclude this race at the end. We have passed the halfway stage. Still Alright, Callum Gibbons still leads this race over Masaraido. Gibbons will be pitting in the next 6 laps or so. Masaraido will be pitting in 7 laps. So these will be the last of the pit stop strategies here. Cashew have actually extended his gap to Jay Goodwin. The gap is now 5 seconds. Chef down chasing Jay Goodwin. Will there be a move down the inside? We are gonna pay attention to Goodwin's progression. Being chased by Damashev. Atara, meanwhile, is chasing Ray Marzalski once again, his top 6 position back, and to at least get himself back into the contention for the top 5. Atara proving to be quite a splashback ever since the start of this season's Suzuki and Zako, or at least since he won in Autopolis. Because it felt like that would be the exact point in time Atara has found his mojo. Lexi Bowen has overtaken Gonzalez and Masaraido are going to be pitting at the same time. We will see how these two will exit. Both of them are currently front-running contenders. So their nearest competitors will be Raymond Gonzalez and Alson Tannerau. Gibbons has now gone out. He will stay ahead in 4th. Masaraido will be in 5th. But they will need to have some time to warm up their tires. That's great strategy from them. With all the drivers set to already make their pit stops, Lexi Bowen and Christopher Salman are going to go between each other. Lexi Bowen does have a great exit though off the turn 11. And that will allow Lexi Bowen to stay ahead. Here's Chris Salman on board as Raymond Gonzalez has been overtaken by Alson Tannerau. So Tannerau now trying to make his way against Masaraido. Will then be able to go down the inside. So I have to wait to see. And now into the hairpin. No moves yet for Tannerau. Oh, and that's Alson Tannerau now already making a move against Masaraido. That's in the final corner here, and that is Tannerau now into the top 5. Now trying to chase Callum Gibbons and Vlad Damashev. He is currently the best Nissan driver. He might try to repeat the feat again. Who's running in 3rd. Very well keep track. Goodwin, Cashew is up there. Next lap car is Shango once again, who is somewhat struggling on the track. Hopefully he is also going to be able to have his woes in Motegi continue. Shame here as Go has won actually last time out at the Yorktown. Shame that it had to end up like this, but then again it's a thing that happens to just about anyone, and it can happen to just about anyone. having a pretty much how do I put this? Question mark. Let's see how it works here. We are on lap 27. Scratch big like this. Now being under pressure by pushes on a Rio. $151,990 for Raymond Rosales after he completes lap 27, and that is a very great lap from him. He's trying to chase Masaraido this time. Jay Goodwin still on the stalemate against Momokazu for the lead of this race. Momokazu looking for a great position to bring Tsunamaki Watami her first win in a long time, and I'd say that he's doing just about everyone a decent amount of favors. Yep, they're still chasing here. All right, back into the racing scene here. Jay Goodwin, still on a stalemate. Still nothing to talk about here. Cameron Reba, meanwhile, chasing Crystal Salman. This is for 13th place. I messed up the strategy, especially for three pit stops. 4 pit stops actually. And Kusama only made just one. He is currently marked back into the team, not doing his championship deals any hope. Hoka is at least up to 10th. Hofumi down to 17th. Shango and Hofumi are a lap down, and as I said, they will not score points, but we will see how it develops from here. Lexi Bowen trying to make a move against Raja Kaczynski, Shogunov versus Yusuke Choko. We'll see if there is anything on by. Nelson Tara, meanwhile, is getting very close though to Callum Gibbons, all about who makes the turn 9, who does it better at turn 9. I think Callum Gibbons might just be able to defend for now. Let's see here, still a very great exit from Gibbons and Tara. This is going to be dead serious here and trying to make himself a championship hopeful. And a decent exit from Tara, but he still gets beaten by Gibbons, and I don't think he has enough time to find something against Gibbons, but I think he might just try. Never mind that. Out now, making getting ever so closer to Callum Gibbons, and you can see here he gets ever so closer. Still nothing yet. Okay, this time we are checking in on Intero. Intero still not finding a breakthrough that he needs against Callum Gibbons. We are going to see if there are any changes later on into Vantage as well. Meanwhile, we got Masaraido also getting close though to Intero. Cashew still leads Goodwin by a decent margin, 5.6 seconds. Still no trading of places between the two. Cashew, if this stands, then it will be a very great win here for the Watanabe, to have been waiting so long to get there, to finally see their car back up into winning ways. Kaczynski and Bowen trading places, but this time we might see Lexi Bowen trying to make a way against Kaczynski. As you saw the battle developing good. Now it's Bowen down the inside. Meanwhile, Raymond Rosales is beating Masaraido. Kaczynski and Bowen are still side by side at the S, coming to turn 5 and now into, or turn 6, coming into the SS. Kaczynski and these line before it pushes back to Lexi Bowen. Lexi Bowen is gonna stay behind. Right, what great racing action we are seeing here. We are coming into 11 laps to go in this race, and we still don't know how it's going to be. Cashew Goodwin, meanwhile, has lost a lot of time, which is a massive, well, it's a massive, what do we call it, massive swing in performances, and it goes in the favor of Rajazinski there. You saw how that battle developed. Alright, 32, alright, coming to 33 laps, 32 laps complete as Salman has been taken by Kamner and Reba. Right, so we are still trying to keep us alive right now. Let's keep myself alive. Oh, and that is yeah, Goodwin trying to defend against Vonsa Damashev, who has already caught up right now. Best Nissan driver currently is Robert Rosales, and Santana just made his pit stop, so he's now down to 15. Chasing Goodwin right now. Cashew in a very comfortable position right now, but it might change in the next 10 laps. We will see how it develops from this point on. Alright, we are going to proceed with what is currently a we are proceeding with what it has. This has been a pretty intriguing race, even though it is not the flashiest. We are seeing how it develops here. We are just going to also coming into the pits. This will aid those who are looking for some moves here. Club is going to be spending time in the pits here. We'll see who will be overtaking him. It turns out there's going to be a lot of them. May not be out Santana, as he's already making his way out. Might just be, as Santana is probably going to have a great exit off of turn 1. Apparently this is turn 1, is by having 2 ACCs. But you can see here, the club absolutely has a better exit, so that's going to aid him instead. So gap down to 7.9 seconds. It was at 8 seconds this last time out. You saw how there was another swing in pace. Alright, Maserati's now chasing, what's currently Gavin Gibbons, who is currently running in 4th place. Between both of them is a lap car, Sean Go, who is not doing very well. He's currently in last. Chemflummi and Sean Go not looking to score points this time out. Rolling up Motegi, looking for his win in this season. He will trust himself closer to the championship lead. But because Goodwin is going to be set to finish second, he will have the outright championship lead heading into the final race in Suzuka. Alright, Damashev is losing touch to Goodwin, who is going to at least make his way into a decent position. Looks like we are going to be seeing a Lexus Renaissance of sorts. Now Gibbons in 4th. Now looking to at least heal some wounds that hasn't been given this season. Gonzalez also looking to get a decent result here with his 5th place for Chevrolet Flair. Maserati is going to vindicate his non-finish in Yeongdam with a 6th place. Doesn't beat Sepang in 2nd, doesn't beat his performance in Sepang in 2nd, still gets beaten by Sosaban. After we cross the line. Cashew on board him. We are looking at a pretty calm and collected driver of sorts. Mashev is still essentially chasing Jake Goodwin right now. Still nothing between them. Rem Marzales, meanwhile, is chasing Count Gibbons, and this is going to be an interesting battle to look into. Also, Jeff Rohan, Kuso Salman. As far as championship hopefuls are concerned, we are going to essentially take a look into the championship. Right, excuse me, right, just wanted to. Anyways, still was also unable to chase Gibbons. Well, he is going to chase Gibbons, but Still no moves done. And by the way, still notice that we have a decent amount of views. If you do enjoy the stream, please drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more ARO racing. If you don't want to miss any more races coming up, then you don't want to miss any of our streams, you hit the bell. But it's your choice. All the things considered. And now we have Jake Goodwin. Now closing into Mama Cashew, slowly but surely. If you look at the last lap between the two, it looks like Goodwin has gained about at least 7/10 of a second on that last lap. So we are seeing if there might be any changes coming in as Rick Marzales finally comes into the pits. We'll see how it's going to shuffle up the field. Maserino is going to get a top 5 after all. So very great stuff here for Maserino. Ray Marzales is going to drop down in the standings. Jose Rio will get 6 for Nakiri Ayame. With Yukara Toka getting 7 on her debut for Yukara Lami in Hololive GT3. Will still have the slender championship lead. Just about over Jake Goodwin and Maserino, who will be fighting her for the title. Lexi Bowen, car number 08, will finish in 8th. Kaczynski will go up to 9th. Alright, Kaczynski in 9th. Reba in 10th place. 11th is Ray Mark Rosales, who have done a decent job though to stay up there. Now it has to be under pressure from Crystal Salman. And Jeff Rohan in 13th. Mikolev will stay in 14th. And Alison Tara on 15th. As it stands in the championship battle, just about everyone is going to be able to compete for the for the Zako Series title. Even Ray Mark Rosales running in 17th place due to every single one of these drivers being within these drivers literally being within 200 points between each other. So this is going to be pretty unprecedented, all things considered. Given the result that we are going to have, we are going to be seeing a mad dash for the title for the remaining 17 drivers for the Zako Series. We might be in for one of the most insane Zako Series championship battles, championship race here. Everyone is going to be everyone's still going to be mathematically eligible for the title. We have not seen this before in aero competitions, and we have yet to see it since, as Yukihara Toka is going to go into the pits for yet another pit stop. She has pitted way too early there, and she is indeed one of the first, literally the first Honda to make a pit stop. So we are just going to shuffle everyone in this field, as Toka will now be down to just a single point, and that still is gonna be everyone within a shout for the title. So as it stands right now, Cashew, Goodwin, Damashnev, Gibbons, Rido, Rio, Bowen, Kaczynski, Reba, and Rosales. Salman now in 11th, Rohan 12th, Mikolev 13th, and Tara 14th, and Toka will at least score a point in 15th place. And anything can still change in this final few laps here in this Motegi 400 Zako Series race. It's still anyone's game, honestly. And yes, even Shongo is going to still remain in the championship hunt. Hoshino Rio will drop down to 17th place, 165 points behind Jake Goodwin, who will now have the championship lead after Toka's pit stop by virtue of what looks like Toka pitting late in this race. So she will have to cede this championship lead to Jake Goodwin, who will finish second but will fight for the title. which is crazy all things considered. Damashnev, Gibbons, Ryder, Rio, Bowen, Kaczynski, Reba, and we also have Crystal Salman coming into the pits as well. Looks like he's got damage of sorts, but I think he's run out of fuel. So it looks to me that he might just be the one to be the last place driver from winning last year to suffering this fate, which is very much not ideal. So we are going to be seeing some promotions of sorts, as Crystal Salman is going to drop down to 14th, gets overtaken by Yukihara Toka. So Salman will be in last place. So just going to refresh what's happening in the top, between 11 and 15. It's Rohan, Mikolev, and Sanarao, Toka, and Salman. Which still means everyone is still within a shot for the championship battle here. Well, looks like Mohamed Cashew will be getting his first win in Hololive GT3, and yes, in all of aero competitions, and also Tsunomaki Watame's first win since 2022. What a time to be alive to see win streaks finally being broken for the talents who haven't long waited for victory again. We are taking a look into what has got to be an interesting conclusion to the Zako Series Motegi 400. And what is set to be Hololive GT3's final season as a championship series. We will see how it goes from here as Alcin Tarao and Jeff Rohan now comes into the pits. This is going to be insane. This is that means that Tarao is going to be up in 12th. And this is something to note here. So Jeff Rohan is gonna go down a few positions, as Rohan is currently down in 13th. Mikolev and Tarao will be taking the 11th and 12th spots. Toka and Salman are still chasing. Toka has now gone up to 13th. So Salman now up into 14th. Jeff Rohan is now in the last points position. Another shuffle in the order, which will still be an interesting sight here as the final lap has just started. Mohamed Cashew has just crossed the line. It will be an amazing result for the Watames if he can pull this off, and if he can pull the final lap. Coming in, Riba, will he be making a move down the inside? Oh, almost shuffles Kaczynski off, but I think Riba might just have this position in. Great run, great exit off of that section, off of the back straight here and into the turn 11. Riba is now struggling to make the pass against Kaczynski as Kaczynski has him right where he wants him. Kaczynski will defend 8th place right now. But for Mohamed Cashew, no problems for him. It is essentially a very great day for him. A very great day for the Watames watching, as Riba Kaczynski still battling out. It's been 3 years in the making. It's been 3 years since Tsunomaki Watame has won a Hololive GT3 race, and it's going to be Mohamed Cashew who's going to be breaking through for his first win in Hololive GT3 and in aero competitions. Welcome back to the top 7 of the podium for Tsunomaki Watame in the Motegi 400 Zako Series race. And Jay Goodwin hits on the final lap. What is going on here? Vasyl Domashnev takes second, and it's going to be a Lexus 1-2-3. We don't know where Goodwin is going to exit, but he will cross the line in the pits. He will lose a lot of time. Callum Gibbons is chasing Jay Goodwin right now, he's gonna go full beans. Jay Goodwin is still stationary. Cal Gibbons is already making his way into the start-finish line. Jay Goodwin is still stationary. Cal Gibbons is still moving. Cal Gibbons will take third. Maserati fourth. Jay Goodwin, I don't know if he's going to move. He is stuck. He's stuck. He cannot get the start. He cannot get the car restarted. Looks like he will finish in 12th. What a shock ending to this race. Rido 4th, Rio 5th, Bowen 6th, Reba 7th, Kaczynski 8th on what has been an amazing Lexus showing. Rosales 9th. And Isakaji Mikolev 10th. My goodness. Anyways, Mama Cashew takes this win. Vlasov Damashev 2nd. Callum Gibbons 3rd. Masarito 4th. Hojino Rio 5th. Lexi Bowen 6th. Reba 7th. Damashev 2nd. Gibbons 3rd. Rido 4th. Rio 5th. Lexi Bowen 6th. Cameron Reba in 7th. Raymond Rosales. Reba is in 7th? Wait. Cashew, Damashev, Gibbons, Rido, Rio, Bowen. Oh, Kamina Reba has actually overtaken Raja Kaczynski on the final lap. So apologies if we kind of got it done because there were other things to look into. So, hang on. Reba and Kaczynski in 7th and 8th. 9th place Ray Mark Rosales and 10th place Isakaji Mikolev in the top 10. Then going to El Santaro in 11th. Looks like Jay Goodwin will score 12th after all. Toka 13th. Crystal Salman 14th. Hofumi finishes 15th for some reason because I think Jeff Rohan. Wow. Jeff Rohan actually. Completed 40 I believe he completed 41 laps slower than Hofumi, which is a massive shock altogether. Hofumi manages to escape with a single point, but it's gonna make for a very interesting championship battle here as we are going to wrap up this race as with a massive amount of shock. But we will check on what happened to Reba and Kaczynski. So we are just going to check here. So it's Reba and Kaczynski on this one, but I think we want to know why. Here's what happened. Here's Reba trying to just notices that Kaczynski actually went off wide and actually made a move on the final lap to make the path for 7th place. Here's what happened on the onboard. Here's what Reba sees. Just loses their car, loses a bit of control there, Kaczynski, and that is Kamina Reba up there. Alright, so we are just going to proceed with the results processing, and we are now going to take a look at the championship standings for the Zako series as we're now coming to Suzuka, and this is what we meant. Everyone will still be in the hunt for the title. So here is the current situation here. Now it's going to be Masaraido leading for Todoroki Hajime, Yukihara Toga second for Yukihana Lamy. Third place will be Hofumi, and then Crystal Salman in 4th. So it will be a massive fight for the title, as we are going to see how this title fight develops in Suzuka. It is going to be a massive intrigue to see how it works from here. Crystal Salman 4th. Mohamed Cashew goes up to 5th. Althusser and Tannerau in 6th. And after Sean goes is lackluster showing, he will drop down to 7th. What a insane set of circumstances. Jeff Rohan will go down into last place from 8th place. And then we also got Jake Goodwin also dropping down to last place. This will be one interesting Zako series battle here. Raymark Rosales will also go down. Meanwhile, as we are also taking a look here, Vlasa Tomashev also goes up as well. He is in 8th place. 9th place will be Isakaiji Mekale for Sakura Miko, and then 10th place is, of course, Kamine Reba for Shishiro Botan. 11th place is Callum Gibbons, who goes up there. And then down there will be Lexi Bowen, who now goes up to 12. Raji Kaziski is in 13th. 14th is Hoshizono Rio, and that should be the championship battle. Just want to remind everyone is still eligible for the championship battle. Jeff Rohan and Jack Goodwin, who is currently last in the active drivers' standings, are going to be sitting within 200 points of Masa Raido, the championship leader. So it will be a case on who blinks first. So yeah, we will see how it goes for these drivers, as we are going to be seeing one of the most insane championship battles in the Zakos in the Aero period, as we're about to conclude this stream with a thank you to everyone. We hope that you all have enjoyed the stream, even with the scuffs. And we hope to see you tomorrow morning for the CEO series. We hope to see you for the CEO series Motegi 400 race. That being said, take care everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next race.